Okay, everyone. Hello. Thank you for coming. My name is Holly Devers. I'm from Clinton, Alabama. And if you are hearing me, you are on my team if you have not met me yet and just joined in the last day or so. I know that we had the promo and several people join new, so welcome. And this is our training for the week, and it's Miss Kelly Allred. She is an amazing woman that I met when I flew out to corporate. She's the executive director of leadership development currently, and she pretty much. I'm thinking she really just runs the show at corporate. That's what I gathered. So she's always on Q News. She's always leading training. I'm not even sure how long she's been with the company, but I'm pretty sure she runs the show from what I could see. So I am just so thankful that she's here, that she's willing to train us and to help us. There were several issues that anybody, I've only been in since May, so anybody coming in new, when you come into a company, you just have to learn how the systems work and the many things that they have to offer. But guys, this company, it is just the perfect storm to me, from the compensation plan to the products to the support you have from corporate, the duplication system, and just really being able to get in on the ground level. It is something that you need to take and run with, and I'm super excited about it. I just got back from Texas, and I was able to like sit and have dinner with Jake and just hear the wisdom coming out of him and the plans for the future. And it's just so exciting of where we're going. And Jake just thinks so highly of Kelly, and I'm just so proud to have her here with us tonight. So I am going to turn it over to you, and you just share whatever you would like with us. And thank you again for being here.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for all the kind words. And I appreciate all you guys that's on here for investing in your, your time and your business. Like Holly said, my name is Kelly Allred, and I've been with Q Sciences from February of 2018. So just about 2.5 years. Q Science has actually relaunched on January of 2018. So I was one of the ones that they brought over for a relaunch. And ever since then, it's been such a whirlwind. I've been in the industry for 20 years now, just a little over 20 years, always on the corporate side of the industry. Love it. Always been a trainer, a corporate trainer. Did meetings, traveled all over internationally, helped people to the next rank, did lots and lots of compensation plan trainings, lots of different things for the last 20 years. And I absolutely love the industry. I mean, probably like you guys, there's some wonderful things about the industry, and probably just like you guys, there's some things that you don't like about the industry, right? And that's just kind of the way it goes. But I'm going to tell you a couple of the reasons what attracted me as corporate to Q Sciences. First and foremost, it was Jake. When I went in and sat with Jake, I knew that this is actually a person that I would love to follow and learn from, because he has actually been in the field. He grew a multi-million-dollar company in the industry in a different company. And so I knew if I'm taking advice, or if anybody's taking advice from people who's leading from the front, it's going to be somebody who's actually built the business, right? Who's actually saw the inclines and the declines, have actually been through some of the things that you guys do, like 1 million no's, or no and have to defend the industry, right? So I was super impressed with Jake and his wisdom. One of the main things that still sticks out in my head with Jake is all the things that he didn't want his company to be. He said, Kelly, whatever you learned in this industry, take it and set it aside, because that's absolutely the things that I don't want in my company, right? He wants to make a difference and change the way the industry, or at least our company, runs. And one of the ways that he's doing that is by actually teaching people how to run a business. Right? So it's not that you're in this industry and you get in and it somewhat magically works itself, right? no, there's so many different things as a business owner, and that's what you guys all are on this call, is business owners. There's so many different things that go into owning a business, right? So I was super intrigued with the fact that he was going to teach people how to actually own a business, whether it was you're in Q Sciences for 5 years and you go own a traditional business, you're able to take that knowledge with you, right? Another reason what attracted me to Q Sciences was a compensation plan. Sure, the compensation plan, as we all know, pays very fair, right? It pays very, very fair. But one of the things that I loved about it is in the 20 years of me teaching compensation plans through different companies, I really had a hard time explaining how somebody could make $500. Like, it was that hard. These compensation plans were that hard. Now, I'm not saying yours was if you came from a different company, but the companies that I came from, it was really hard to have people understand how to make $500. I looked at Q Science's compensation plan and I was like, okay, so exactly what it says here is the exact paycheck that you get. I love that people weren't surprised or not surprised with what they make, right? In the industry wide, people open up their checks and surprised with what they get, because it's either based on levels or based on people that you enroll, or somebody underneath you has to hit before you're able to hit, all these different things, right? And that's fine. That's that, right? But ours, you can count on that paycheck. You're that rank. We all know Holly is a silver, solid silver, heading for gold. We all know that Holly makes $4,000 a month, heading to $8,000 a month, right? We know that. All of you guys that's heading for silver, it's $4,000 a month paycheck. You can base your bills around that. You can base your household around that. You can base your savings around that. You can base everything around it, right? I love that aspect of the compensation plan, as being able to know what exactly I was going to get paid, or what exactly you guys are going to get paid. One of the other things that really attracted me to the business, to Q Sciences, was FFM. All right. So again, I've been in the business for a long time, in the industry for a long time. I'd never seen a company that wants to actually get people out of debt, right? So we send money right to your debt. I was like, are you kidding me? That's what people should have been doing in the first place, instead of wrapping them up into some sort of payments, right? I loved that aspect of having a financial coach, having you guys available from the second that you sign up to available for a financial coach, which doesn't mean that you call in and you have to spill everything. No, it means that if you want some sort of direction, if you want to solidify, if you want to learn a little bit about saving money, we have the resource. You want to get a higher score, a higher credit score, we have the resource. You need some help with your taxes at the end of the year, guess what? We have the resource, right? This is actual ways to run a business. They actually help you make an LLC. So it takes that serious business owner, if you're a serious business owner, through the process of setting up the whole LLC for you. It's done like that in minutes, right? So I love that aspect, that everything was kind of combining into teaching people how to actually run a business, right? So I'm going to share my screen here, if you don't mind, Holly, and I'm going to go over a few of, I like to call them achievements. Some people like to call them opportunities, right? So keep in mind, this is still within the 2.5 years that I've been into Q Sciences, that since it's relaunched. Here's some of our achievements. Since then, we've sent out 1,700 FFM checks, over $265,000 towards you guys' debt. That's pretty big, right? That's what we're doing in these last couple of years. 14,000 free orders. Now, notice I didn't say free products, because in some of these orders, there's 3, 4, 5 products. So you could triple how many products we're actually sending out for free. $2.4 million in 2 years that we've sent out for free products. You guys, if you take advantage of Care and Share, you'll never have to put a dime in for products. We want you to invest the money that you're saving in not buying products and invest it back into your business somehow, right? 14,000 free orders in 2.5 years. Over 15,000 rank advancements. Okay, so in some of the other industries, some of the other companies in the industry, I know, like if you get 100 or maybe 50 rank advancements, the company is very excited, and then that's great, right? Well, in the 2.5 years, we've had over 15,000 rank advancements. On average, we do about 400 or 500 rank advancements a month. That's all opportunity. It's still fresh. People are winning, right? Like always there's rank advancements. Always people are getting rank advancement checks too, right? 19 countries. Now you can look at this one of two ways. You can say, well, they're only in 19 countries, right? Or you can say, oh my goodness, they're only in 19 countries. Are you kidding me? Q Sciences is wide open, you guys. We're going to go international like something you've never seen before. That's what companies do, and that's where we're headed. We opened up the UK a few months ago, and we already have a gold there, right? So who do you know in Mexico? Who do you know in South America? Who do you know in Korea? Who do you know in Asia? Who do you know in South Africa? Because guess what? We're going there. So start thinking. We are not saturated at all in any of the countries. And that leads me to my next point. Even your states, the states that you're in, the surrounding states, just like Holly and I was talking about before we started this, that your signups in Alabama went from literally two to 150 in less than a month. Like, your state next to Alabama is probably wide open. Your states are not saturated. We are looking for people who want to run and lead those states, just like you're doing with Alabama, right? The company's wide open. Opportunity is wide open for it. So this next slide is a business basics slide. This again, I go over this because what we're teaching people to do is to own a business. We're not teaching people the MLM or the industry way. We're teaching them actually how to run and own a business. So here's my question to you. In just like your regular business, as a regular business, your traditional business owner, in some cases, in most cases, people have to put in a big lump sum of money, right? In some cases, in fact, I had a call last week that a traditional business owner that was on there had to put $50,000 into a business to get it going. And with her and her husband, their thought process of this traditional business is, okay, I'm putting this money in, and I know probably within the next 5 years, I'll get my investment back. They're not thinking, okay, in 5 months, I'm going to be making all this money and I'm going to get my investment back. No, they're thinking long-term, realistically, that within this next 5 years, they're hoping to get their money back and make some sort of profit, right, onto it. It's the same thing for Q Sciences. Just because we're not saying to invest $50,000 or even for $500 of it, we want you to still think as a long-term vision, a long-term investment, right? I just looked on Facebook and there was a girl that was on there that just barely hit silver. She's been into the business for over a year. She didn't work it as fast as she possibly could. What she did is she made it stable, right? She made it stable. Think long-term investment and think long-term vision. Where can you be a year from now? Where can you be 2 years from now? Let's say worst case scenario, 2 years from now, today, you're a silver. Okay? So that's a pretty good worst case scenario. 25,000 in organizational volume. Okay? $4,000 check. If you just wrote that out for that year, that would be $50,000 that you're putting into your household for that year, which is a pretty good chunk of money to put into somebody's household. What if that's what you were in 2 years? Would you stay? Would you stay Because in the long-term scheme of things, in 2 years, there's a pretty good possibility, a chance that you're going to add $50,000 into your household. Would you stay? You absolutely bet you would stay, right? Absolutely. So think of it as that. It's a long-term vision, a long-term investment, which is not asking for a bunch of money up front. I hope that makes sense. Accept the declines. I have news for you guys. Holly knows me. I'm very, very super blunt on business and very blunt. You know, I just kind of say it how it is, right? Let me tell you, your business will decline. You'll have a down month. You'll have some sort of decline in your business throughout your history. Why? Because everybody does. Every single business owner has a this. They have this and they have this, right? It's this. This is what happens in business. If you can't accept the decline, if you can't accept your business losing organizational volume, you certainly cannot accept when you're sky high end, because the higher you are, the bigger problems it is. The higher the rank, the bigger the drama. Trust me, it's the bigger the drama, right? So you have to be able to understand, okay, my business took a dip. Fine. Where do I need to spend my time at? Did this leg take a dip? Great. All you're doing is identifying where you need to spend your time at if your business declines. Okay? You may or may not drop rank at some time. Fine. Just know for a fact that at some way or the other, your business isn't always going to be on the incline. It's not. It'll do this. Okay? Business plan. So I put this in here because, now keep this in mind. I'm not huge on flowcharts and CFOs and all these different things that people can add in these big, audacious, long, ugly business plans. Simply what you want to do is get an idea of where you want to be and how are you going to get there. Okay? So here's you. You make a little circle, or however you want to do it. You map out who your legs are and who are you going to help to the next rank. To be to the next rank, you have to help people to get to the next rank as well, right? It's not a requirement, but it's volume that comes in to do it. Have a business plan of your next rank. I can tell you right now, Holly knows exactly what she's going to do to get to gold. She has a plan. She has a business plan. She's set. She knows where she's driving depth at. She knows where she's working at. She knows what leg needs to work at, right? And she doesn't do that just from being like, oh, okay, well, I hope it works out. No, she's analyzed it. She has a strategic plan to get there. So make sure you have a business plan. With the business plan comes reports too. In your back office, everybody has access to reports. I'm not going to get into the reports. I'm just letting you know that you need to pull your reports. You want to know who ordered last month, who didn't order this month. You want to know that. Trust me, you do, because you don't want people falling out the back end as fast as you're bringing them in. You don't. You'll flatline, right? You want to be able to see what your sales are. If not daily, at least every other day. Mark Wilson comes in every single day and checks his sales, checks who's come into the business, check who hasn't. We have an auto shipment report. We see whose auto shipment didn't run. Being a business owner, it's consistent with seeing who's coming into your business and who's going out of your business. Make sure you're looking at that. Here's my favorite subject: qualifying people as business owners. Now, there's so many people that get so excited. I guess I'll put it this way: get so excited that they think everybody wants to be a business owner. They're like, oh my goodness, she has 30,000 followers on Instagram. She's so connected with all these people. I know that she's going to do super, super duper well. I'm going to put her in as business owner. I'm going to make her an ambassador right off the bat. Here's the thing, you guys, not everybody wants to be a business owner. Not everybody's actually even capable of being a business owner because of time or because of something else that's going on in their life. You have to qualify people to see if they're actually interested in owning a business. right? So there's a few things I like to go over when people are vetting out to see if somebody actually wants to be a business owner. First of all, do they have the investment? We all know it's around $200 for the investment to get into Q Sciences. So do they have the investment? Are they willing and able to launch, which means follow the system, to launch within 24 to 48 hours of becoming a business owner? Are they? Are they able and willing to do a Fab 5 or have some sort of meeting within the first week of signing up? Let me tell you, if one of those is a no, keep them as customers. Keep them as customers until they're ready to be a business owner, because you're going to waste your time if not. If you want it more than them, if you have more time than they have, you're going to waste your time on them, right? I say that because I'm going to get to a very, another subject about executives. Because if you make somebody prematurely a business owner, then that starts their executive clock, which means they're that far behind if they're not following the system of getting that check. I'll get more into that. Qualify people as business owners. Ask them those questions. Let me tell you, I don't know if you guys know Taryn Sarconi, but she's one of our platinums, and she has it down to a science. If somebody is not able to do this, this, and this, she says, honestly, you guys, you'll have to stay as a customer until you're ready. This is how our system goes. She literally doesn't even let them in her business until they're able and willing to do those things, those check marks to be a business owner, right? Trust me when I say this is one of the things that makes us stand out into the industry is we don't want a bunch of people who don't want to be business owners into our business. We don't. We want people who actually want to take it seriously, who actually wants to learn, who actually wants to make some money, and who actually has the time to put into it. Okay, so qualify your business owners. Identify leadership. Right now, on this call, me and Holly, we're identifying who's on this call. We're seeing who actually is serious enough about the business where Holly's going to spend some time at, right? My sole purpose of even being hired at Q Sciences is to find leadership, to find people who's going to run with the business and I spend my time with. Holly, we know for a fact she's been in since May. She's silver, almost gold. I'm going to spend some time with her in our group, right? We've identified Holly is a leader. We've identified that. We know she's a runner. We know she's serious about it. We know she's hosting calls. We know she's signing people up, right? Identify who your leadership is. It does one of two things. It helps your time management. So you're not actually, if you bring a business owner in and they cool off and they decide not to do it, that's fine, right? At least you know, but you need to go you need to go spend your time wisely with a runner who's going to help, who's going to actually want to work the business. Follow the system. There's a reason why there is a system. It works. We at Q Sciences didn't necessarily make the system. Your upper ranks, the people who are now black diamond, diamond, emeralds, are the ones that just perfected this system, right? It's not like, hey, get in this and we'll hope for the best. No. You get into it, you get launched, you follow this. It's a system to success. Successful people love systems because they don't have to think about what they're going to do the next step. It's all thought out for them. Oh, really? I know what step 4 is. Great, I got to do this. Plug them into this call. Oh, yes, I have to get them on a 3-way call. Like, the system is flawless. I talk to many, many people who aren't doing the system. And those are the people that are not growing. I hate to say it, but those are the people that aren't growing. They'll say, Kelly, I'm not growing. My volume isn't growing. Why not? I say, do you follow this system? Are you plugged into this? No, I haven't had any time. Well, that's your obvious answer. You're not following the system. That's why you're not successful. You need to follow the system. Everybody follows the system. The system is proven to work. Okay? 3-way call with upline. Did you know that you have an 80% chance higher of getting the sell or getting the sign up if you have a third party on the phone? So let me say that again. An 80% chance higher of getting a sell or sign up if you have a third party on the phone with you. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it comes down to people's minds like to hear the information from somebody who they think is an expert or somebody else besides yourself. They need to have that third party person come and almost repeat some of the same things that you've said, right? Three-way calls are magical. It's amazing. And don't think for a minute, I don't know if everybody knows Marielle Filipponi, but she's our Black Diamond. And she still uses three-way calls. She'll have Brandon help her with a call. She'll have Jake help her with a call. Sometimes she'll even do like sideline or match a single mom with a single mom call, right? It's something about a three-way call that people love. And it's actually easy for you. You just say, hey, guess what? I need you to get on the phone with Holly. Holly just came into the Q Sciences in May. She's already making $4,000 a month and almost going to hit her biggest promotion at gold at $8,000 a month. I think you should really talk to her about the business. She's available 5:30, 6:45. What time slot can you get in there? Great. We'll go ahead and set that up. You get her on the phone with Holly. You sit back and let Holly do all the talking. There's nothing worse than getting somebody on a three-way call and you actually do all the talking. There's a reason why. There's a third party. It's the easiest thing ever. Hey, so-and-so, meet Holly. Yeah, I'm going to let you guys talk. Mute. And you just let Holly do her magic. Okay? You guys are all going to be the third party edification here soon if you're not already. So your downline is going to rely on you to be the expert or you to be the upline edification. But again, it's an 80% chance higher of you getting the sell or the sign up by having some sort of third party on there. Okay. Okay, here's where it's good. So your guys' main job, I should say, is to make sure that the people that you bring in as business owners, this is after you've already vetted them, and they're like, yes, I want to be a business owner. I can do all of that. Yes, I'll follow the system. Absolutely. Is to make sure that these people get to executive. Why? Because they get a big giant check at the end of it, right? And there's an executive time clock. Anybody that you signed up in the month of July has until the end of August to hit executive to get these extra bonuses, right? If you're not working with them or if they're not willing and able to put the work into them, all you're doing is a disservice, and that executive time clock is ticking away before their eyes, right? So anybody, write this down. Any ambassador that you brought in this month in July, your full responsibility is to get them to executive by the end of August. Okay? Anybody that you bring in August, your full responsibility is to get them to executive by the end of September. You guys getting the timelines down? Here's the thing, it's not just your personals either. It's anybody in your downline. Anybody in your downline that comes in as a business owner. It's your business. You're the owner of it. You want to make certain, I don't care if they're 20 levels deep or 2 levels deep, those people need to be executives. Executives has the highest retention rate. They have the highest retention rate. They're making money. They're having fun. Like things are new, fresh. People are calling them. Their energy's great. They want to stay, right? So here's how you present the information to become executives to your new people. Okay? You need to bite-size the information, first of all. You don't do OV, CV, PV, here, all of this monthly team commissions, your legs, your 60%. You don't do that, right? They don't need to know that. Here's what they need to know in order to get to executive. For 3 orders, and you'll see, if you see my number 2, my little chart down there, you see the number 2, builder. If you go qualified organizational volume, you'll see 300. Holly, do you see that? Okay. 300 means 3 orders. 3 orders of 100 PV. That's what it means, but you don't tell them that, okay? We don't want to get into the PV or the OV. We say for 3 orders, you get $100. So if you follow the column over, you'll see where it says promotional rank bonus, the number 3, $100 pops out that next week. Okay? You following me, Holly? For 3 more orders, equaling 6 orders, right? That's a pro. You go across there, another $100 comes out. There's somebody's investment back. That can actually be back in most cases before they even get their credit card statement, which is pretty cool. So for 6 orders, we can get their investment back. For 9 more orders, okay, you're following me? 9 more orders, which equals 15, you get the full $950 for being an executive. So how do I equal up the 950? Well, with the 3 orders, you get 100. With 3 more orders, you get 200. As an executive, you get another rank advancement bonus for 300, so we're at 500, right? For being an executive, you get a monthly paycheck of 250, so we're at 750 total. And then with summer cash that's happening this month, that expires this month, you get an extra $200. That's $950 to become an executive. Why is that so important to get that through that time clock? Because people need $950, right? People need $950. Now let's just say summer cash, like it is in August, goes away. It's still $750 that they get. So you have to make sure that you're bite-sizing the information. You have to make sure that when you get the people in, that you don't let them go like for 2 weeks and not hold their hand to executive, because you've just wasted 2 weeks of executive precious time to get them to executive, right? You want to make sure from the day they sign up, they know for 3 orders, you can get half your investment back. For 3 more orders, I can get your full investment back. For 9 more orders, I can get you $950. Bite-size your information. So they're like, great. Your next move would be who do you know? So you're asking this new business owner this, who do you know in your circle of friends, in your family, that also wants to make $950 by the end of August? People start identifying people real quick when you start throwing out figures. Who doesn't want to make $950, right? So again, you do with your bite-sized information. If you identify somebody who wants to make $950 and they're like, okay, tell me how. Well, for 3 orders, I can get you $100. For 3 more orders, I can get your full investment back. For 9 more orders equaling 15, I'll get you a full $950 check by the end of August. Who do you know that wants to make $950? Does that make sense? Bite-size your information to get that person to executive and help them identify who else they want to help get to executive. Work in depth. The next bullet fire, work in depth. What does that mean? People that come from different companies or don't understand it. Sometimes there's a thing called width, right? You place all your people front line. That's not our company, okay? We take the person that you're signing up and place them, we keep the enroller, we place them at the very bottom of the leg, which means if there's 50 people stacked in a leg, this person who you signed up goes to the 51st position. Why? Because all of that volume, anything that new person, which is usually 100, adds to that whole line. If that 51st person hits executive, that's 1,500 volume that's added in that whole line of 50, right? So if you're ever stumped on where to put your people, make sure you place them at the very, very bottom of your leg. Okay. Is everybody okay? Any questions right now about the executives? Because I'm going to do a quick thing on Karen share. Holly asked me to do a little bit on Karen share. I just want to make that clear. Okay.
I have just one question. Okay, so it says within the first 30 days. So if some of my ambassadors signed up, say mid-July, does these ranking bonuses not end at the end of July? Like, do they have until mid-August to hit these ranks and get these same bonuses, the first month bonuses? I thought it was like from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. Does that make sense?
Yep. So if somebody signed up in the middle of July, they have until the end of August to hit those ranks. It's their first 30 days, sorry. So today's what, the 29th? 28th. Somebody signs up today as a business owner, they have until the end of August. Okay, now stay with me. If somebody signs up on August 1st, they have until the end of September. Does that make sense? I'm not sure who asked that. Does that make sense?
It's Jennifer. Yes. Okay. So, for instance, I signed up on July 2nd myself, and I just hit my second rank. And so, does that mean I have until the end of August to hit executive and still get this additional $500 rank bonus?
Yes. That's exactly what it means.
I only had a couple days. Yay.
Nope.
Thank you.
Nope. So go get it. Are you kidding me? It's $950, right? You're right into that sweet spot. You've already got to 2 of the positions. Do the 9 more orders and you can get it. Now, here's one thing that it doesn't happen though. From the very first, that volume doesn't carry over. So that means anybody that you brought in who helped you get there has to reorder. And Holly can get into that a little bit more if she wants to, because that gets a little bit deeper. But yes, you have until the end of August. Cool, huh?
Hey, Kelly, I've got a quick question.
You bet.
I thought that if they signed up, say, August 1st, you said they have until the end of September. I thought it was the first full 30 days. So I thought if they signed up August 1st, they had until the end of August because it was a full calendar 30 days.
No, because in all actuality, that's not a full calendar 30 days, right? Like, did they come in at 11:59? Like,
there's 31 days in August.
Does that also mean, like, on the if somebody comes in on the 2nd, we hold it till the 2nd because they have until the end of September? No, you sign up on August 1st, you have until the end of September.
That's great to know. All right, thank you so much.
You bet. That gives everybody so much more time. Right? You want to handhold your ambassadors, your business owners, to this executive position because there's a lot of money at stake. I mean, it's a lot of money to me at stake, I think, for getting people in it for 15 orders, basically 15 orders, and getting these big bonuses. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next slide here. Karen share qualifications. You know, this is so funny because this is not supposed to be as confusing as it is, right? It's supposed to be pretty easy, but for some reason, the more that we think about it and dig into it, the more complicated it seems to get. So I'm going to try to make it as uncomplicated as I possibly can, because I'm just going to stick to the basics, and that's all you guys need to do is stick to the basics. Karen share qualifications. Have 100 personal volume from an auto shipment from the previous month. Okay, this is an auto ship reward program. I know that in some other companies that you have an auto shipment, you put it on hold, you place an order, and that takes place of your auto shipment. For this particular reward program, you have to let your auto ship trigger and run completely through. You can't hold it. You can't cancel it and start it back up. You can't do that. You have to let it trigger and go through. There's a reason why there's an auto shipment, right? And it's not to monkey with, because you can mess up your care and share qualifications. So have at least a $100 personal order from the auto shipment from the previous month, okay? Have 3 or more active preferred customers on your first level. What does active mean? These preferred customers have to be on auto shipment. Now, I know your question is going to be, what if it's their first month? I'll get to that. I'm talking, this is second month on into infinity, right? So active preferred customers mean those preferred customers have to be on auto shipment in order for it to count for you to get care and share, okay? Preferred customers volume has to equal 300. That doesn't mean that all 3 of them have to order 100. That means one can order 20 and the other 2 can make it up, okay? It just means it's a combination of volume, but at least 3 preferred customers on auto shipment have to order, okay? How does the volume roll up? Here's the second most frequently asked question. You'll see in this diagram right here, you'll see you'll see you have the free, right? Underneath you see 100. Those are preferred customers on auto shipment. So that means you get 100 PV, you get qualified for free. You're qualified for any of the bonuses, okay? There's not necessarily $100 that, or 100 PV that goes there. It just automatically qualifies you. So the question is what happens to the 300 preferred customer volume underneath you that just got it for free? Well, what happens with that is it goes to the upline's organizational volume. So if you have a business owner or an ambassador that has customers underneath them, they get paid on it or they get care and share, but it goes in your organizational volume, which is actually really cool. It's actually a win-win, because to get paid on it or to get free product off of it, and then to also get put in your organizational volume or your upline's organizational volume is pretty good. Because we have a lot of customers, which means a lot of your organizational volume comes from customers. Okay? So this is how it'll pay out. If you use preferred customer volume to qualify for care and share, then the remaining customer volume is paid out. So example, you earned 800 personal PC volume, okay? 600 of it is used for care and share. You're double care and share qualified, right? So 600 of it automatically goes to that. The 200 that's remaining, you get paid out on. How cool is that? You get product, you get free product, and you get a check. Cool, right? That's how that is, that's the example. That's exactly how it's paid out. Okay? Now, qualification exceptions. This is where the question comes in at. What if it's your first month, right? So for the first month to be qualified, so your sign-up date is in July, okay? You want to become care and share qualified so that your next auto shipment in August is free, okay? This is how you do it. You need to have at least 100 personal volume. Easy. You have to do that to be an ambassador anyway, right? It doesn't come from auto shipment because it's your very first month, you have to order, you're setting up an auto shipment, but it's not triggered because you've already ordered for that first month. PV can come from combined orders. So let's just say, for instance, your very first order is 75 and you realize, oh my goodness, I'm going to need another 25 for my very first month of getting in July, my July start date. You can order another 25 to do it. And also make sure your auto shipment's 100. Have an auto shipment set and run the following month for 100 PV. That 100 PV auto shipment will be free, right? So that's your first month. Let's say, for instance, you decided you wanted to do this your second month, right? You're going to have to let an auto shipment run because your date is in June. Your date's in June. So you're going to have to let at least one auto shipment run in order for you to qualify for it. So the only exception is that first month when your date, your sign up date is in that month. Okay. Okay. Exciting. Q Rewards. Let me tell you, this is actually the program. The Care and Share the program is great, right? It could be a little bit confusing, but this Q Rewards, especially for customers, is where you're going to get your people who keep reordering. So I was asked, how do I get a person or a customer to stay on auto shipment? A lot of people don't want to stay. A lot of the customers don't want to commit to be on auto shipment, right? They think they want to try the product or something, who knows, anything, right? Well, the reason why they'll want to stay on auto shipment and the reason why you want them to stay on auto shipment is because they collect reward points. So whatever their PV amount is, that we give that to them in dollars, and it starts adding up, right? So the reason why your customers, or the reason why your ambassadors would want to stay on auto shipment is because we reward them in the end for it. They start getting points. They can start collecting points and get free products, some products they've wanted to try, right? So make sure when you're asking yourself those questions, or when your customers are asking, why do I need to be on auto shipment? It's so that they can start collecting the rewards points. Now, let's say, for instance, they have a bunch of points and they get off auto shipment. Guess what happens that second? All those points flush. They flush. They went from this many to 0. So my advice would be, okay, if you need to not have this product for this month, at least put a spray on there and let the auto shipment run through. Like if you want to drop your auto shipment down just a little bit, great, but stay on auto shipment because you don't want to dump every point that you have that you earned down the toilet because you canceled your auto shipment, right? So those are kind of some ways that people are realizing to have people stay on auto shipment is we reward them for it. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, any questions? Like, I know that's a lot of information. I really hope that some of it helped. I mean, you guys, again, are all business owners on here. This is what you signed up for. And you are more than welcome to ask any of the questions that you would like. Okay, surely I didn't do that great of a job.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey.
Do you think that three-way Facebook messages are as efficient as like a phone call to hear their voice?
Three-way voice messages versus a phone call?
Yes, like over Facebook Messenger.
Phone call is always the best. Always the best, because think of it like this, Heather. What if I was training you guys through voice text? Or what if I was training you guys through text? Would you hear my excitement? Would you hear like, okay, you have to become executive because of this? It's all in the tone. People cannot get excited over words on a text.
Gotcha. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, here's a question. Where do customers find their reward points? Easy. They go to their shopping cart as if they're going to put something in there, and right next to their little shopping cart, it says points. And then they're able to use them. How many ever they're available, it has to cover the whole cost of it, the whole cost of the order. So right there, that little shopping cart. Welcome. Okay, come on, there's 50 of you on here. You guys are all experts. I want to make certain that you guys know your next steps, and that is anybody who's signed up in your business as an ambassador to get them to what? Executive, right? To get them to executive. You have until the end of August. Anybody who signs up in August 1st even, your sole purpose is to get them to executive by the end of September. Bite-size your information also. Okay, Holly, throwing it back to you, girl.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Kelly. I think, just hearing it from you and with me still being new coming in May, we're all just learning together. And, even going back and forth with the promo yesterday, some things we were confused on, some things we weren't, and so it's just a learning curve we're all trying to take over. And so I have so many amazing leaders that are they're way better than me. And so that's why I even get to be close to gold at this point, is because of what they've done. It's not even me, and I'm so thankful for them. So thank you for pouring into us. We have so many mamas and even men on our team now that can really just take this and run with this. We can take over Alabama, the Southeast, different states, even different countries. And so I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everybody that hopped on tonight. I think at one point we had 56. I mean, that's amazing. I'm so thankful. So if you guys need anything, please message me. Let me know. I know we have our group messages and our page and everything, but I am here to help you guys succeed. And I will talk to you guys soon. Good night.
Thank you.